Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
We'll do it live. F it, we'll do it live, Chin.
Sweet.
Casey, the boys are back. Welcome to Thick Boy Studios. What's up, thickies, thickers, thicketeers, thickums, little freaking warthogs, truffle pigs. Sometimes I feel like a truffle pig. What a sick job, little truffle piggy. Little truffle pig. I'm a little sneaker pig. Sniff out sneakers. They sniff out truffles. I sniff out sneakers. What's going on, kids? Fresh off the plane from Sacramento, California, the capital of this lovely state we call California. And it looks like the mask mandates ended Friday at midnight. So all I'm hoping for is they get rid of the mask in kids' schools, which New York did. Usually we'll follow whatever New York does. So hopefully we're next. So my kid doesn't grow up thinking that everybody's a ninja. Hopefully they get that done. But shout out to Sacramento, man. Dude, the economy as far as stand-up goes is in full effect. You know, I've been touring all during the pandemic. It's always weird because, you know, a lot of places have freaking, mandates or vaccine stuff. And, you know, so a lot of people don't want to come out. So it gets weird, man. But now that stuff's going away, things are back and popping. That was my boy Craig. I kept saying he looks like the guy from Jay and Silent Bob. Mm-hmm. And then we had there's this dope ass photographer there. And I was like, dude, we gotta do a picture. And then I was like, let me see what Jay and Silent Bob does. And then we just recreated that. And Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, but almost better than Dawson's Creek in the pie fucker. Good luck, boys. What's interesting is Jay.
Him, huh?
What's up?
That's the actual dude.
Yeah,
That's
actual
cool.
dude commented on it, and then so did Homeboy liked it. There's Jay Silent Bob liked it. Kevin Smith. What's interesting about Kevin Smith is Kevin Smith was on Fire Kid years ago.
I remember.
And the story about Kevin Smith is I'll say I know who Kevin Smith is. He's one of the most brilliant minds in my generation. He's so talented. And so someone booked him come on the show. I think he was promoting something. This is years ago, dude. We're in Playa Vista, you remember, Chen?
Yeah.
And he comes in his standard hockey jersey, and this is before he's like vegan and doing all that stuff. And he comes in again. We don't know him. Brian doesn't know him. I don't know him. Chin doesn't know him. And he comes in, and he thought it was the audio only. But you know, we were trying to push the video back in the day, and he was not happy because he realized his video. Yeah. And he was self-conscious by, which I get. I feel you on that, brother. But again, we didn't know each other, so right away we did not. I wouldn't say we didn't get along. We butted heads.
It was just like a very bad first impression.
At first, yeah. And then in my head, I was like, all right, dude, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, no, I'm not doing video, but you got to take that down. I'm like, hold on, this isn't the Kevin Smith show, dude. He's like, all right, and I'm not doing it. I'm like, all right, cool, dude. Well, appreciate you coming down. And then he walked out, and I walked out. And then he was like, all right, I'll do it, but let's do this. I'm like, I'm up for that. And then we did the show, and it's literally top 5 guests.
You said how much you loved him after that.
Me and him just broed out after that. Like, I absolutely love him. He's such a talented dude. And to be fair, like, his publicist or whoever booked the show probably should have told him it's video, you know? Like, come on, dude, what are you doing? So maybe he's caught off guard. You know, I'm sure, he does big boy interviews, and he was actually doing us a favor, so... But, I mean, dude, we've interviewed everybody, and he is top 5 hands down, dude. He's so talented, so fun, so funny. Just a talented dude, man. He's been on Rogan a few times, too. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he wanted to sit in Callan's seat, but now he's lost a bunch of weight, man. He's lost a bunch of weight. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
He's lost a bunch of weight. There he is.
Wow.
The kid himself, Brian, teaching how to be the fighter and how to pose on set of the Goldbergs. That's funny, man. Yeah, because Kevin Smith was a director of one of the Goldbergs episodes. Wow. He's so talented, man. Yeah, I absolutely love him. Love him. One of my faves. But yeah, so Craig came out for that, and he looks just like the guys from Jay and Silent Bob. And shout out to Sacramento, one of my favorite clubs, Punchline. And we got a week off because I'm in town because we got a fight companion this mother trucking Saturday for the big UFC 272, Masvidal versus Colby Covington. And the guest for that fight companion is this is gonna be a fight heavy show. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, the X's and O's, because we got a straight Hall of Famer. We got MMA royalty Josh Barnett in studio joining the fight companion, driving all the way from Hollywood to Calabasas. And then we also got fan favorite Matt Mitrione flying back in. So you got Matt Mitrione and Josh Barnett doing the fight companion for UFC 272. Only on Thiccc Boy. Come watch the fights with us, man. And to be honest, I would, as much as I like doing the pay-per-view ones, obviously the big fights, and I have to plan my touring around the big fights, I want to get some fight nights in too, man, because I think it's better for the fans when it's not a pricey pay-per-view. When it's a fight, especially if it's a good fight night, we could definitely do some stuff with that fight night. The flashback fight night with Matt Mitrione is available right now. It just went up last week. We cover the fight between the two of us, which was a tad awkward. His Derek Lewis fight, and then also the Fedor fight. And when you watch it, you will see what I think makes Mitrione an outlier in this crazy fight world where, he's fighting Fedor and he doesn't hold him in the same regards as the rest of us. Like when I fought Krokop, I knew I was fighting a straight up legend, a straight up, a guy who's going to go down in history for what he's achieved. And that, there's pressure there, man. There's a lot of pressure. And sometimes you have too much respect. And that happens more often than not, where a young lion's fighting a legend. You have so much respect. You don't fight like yourself. And then, that probably happened with me a little bit in the second round with Krokop. And obviously it happened with him and Pat Perry. And, Pat Perry probably should have won that fight, ended up getting choked out by, his hero and Mirko Krokop. But Matt does not have that same respect. It's not that he's disrespectful. He just doesn't care. He didn't come into the fight game a fight fan. He came in to make money. And that's all this thing was for him, is something to do. Football was over and he had this crazy athletic ability and poured that into fighting and, really focused on stand-up. And next thing you know, he's freaking fighting Fedor in Madison Square Garden. And what's crazy about that was the first fight that I also was the analyst for Bellator. So it's weird how it came full circle. But even after Matt knocked him out, we talked about on the show, I see him in the back and he could care less. He just knocked out Fedor and he's like, yeah, cool, man. Like to him, he's just this skinny fat Russian in some tight shorts. It's so disrespectful. Like, no, it's Fedor, dude. You have no idea. It's such a big deal. But Matt talks about that would be the one fight that gets him out of retirement. And what's interesting is Fedor also wants that fight, which I'd watch it.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Sign me up. Then Matt wants me to corner him, I think, if he does fight.
Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah. Which I would probably do. I gotta be honest. That's one I would probably do. So, it's available right now. Flashback fight nights where we go and watch the 3 most important fights in a fighter's career. We're dropping a food truck this week, right, Case? We have a food truck this week with Michael Chandler, one of my favorite people in the business. And we give him some dope-ass kicks, which he loved, and you'll see him rocking them. And I love when I see the fighters rocking the kicks. Like we saw Sugar Sean at the big pay-per-view, the last UFC pay-per-view, and they got him on the red carpet. ESPN blasted out there. He's rocking the J Balvin Jordan 1s that I gave him. I mean, there couldn't be a more perfect. I don't think we'll ever have a more perfect shoe for a fighter than those Balvins than him. Well, we have a pretty special shoe for Rampage when he's on. I think the Street Soldier. This one's pretty close up there, and then obviously Mitrione, I gave him the Yeezys just because you want to talk about someone to give a flying frick about fashion. It's that guy. So I was just going for comfort, and he loves them, man. He wore them on the beach, wore them on Venice Beach. I'm sure they got all scuffed up. They changed color, which I don't think he even noticed, but that's whatever. It's one of my favorite shows to do. So the plan with the whole Thiccc Boy YouTube show model, business model is we're dropping 2 food trucks a month, which we used to do on Showtime back in the day. And then we drop 2 flashback fight nights a month, and then 1 fight companion, and then 4 Schaub shows. So we got a lot of work to do, fellas. But we're booming, man. At 127,000 subs, going up every month. So appreciate you guys, and thanks for liking, subscribing, watching everything that we do. And I love you guys for it, man. Yeah, but we had fights this weekend. Obviously, this Saturday we have a big UFC, but last Saturday we had a fight night. And thank God it started when it did, because I was able to watch the entire card from top to bottom before I went and did my shows at the Punchline in Sacramento. You know, I'm not saying anything that, especially the viewers of this show, didn't know that it was going to be a tough task for Bobby Green, for Islam Makhachev. You know, obviously taking Bobby Green on short notice, supposed to fight Dariush, which I don't think we're going to see that fight again, unless Dariush gets a win over somebody else and then fights him for the title. It'd be very hard to deny Makhachev a title shot after this. Also, after watching him against Bobby Green, who's a very formidable, very dangerous opponent, him just absolutely dismantling him, fighting smart. I don't know how you can deny him the title shot. I also don't know who is going to beat him. I really don't. You know, it's all about styles and matchups, you know, at the creme de la creme up there at 55, you know, and it just so happens the guy that probably has the skill set to give him the most issues would be Charles Oliveira. So, you know, if Gaethje were to get hurt or Charles Oliveira to get hurt, Makhachev's going to be there, you know, ready to go. So that's how you could see him get a title shot the quickest. But, you know, I think there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be the next fighter for the title at 155. You know, you look at him against, you know, a Chandler or a Gaethje, you know, those are very, very tough fights for those gentlemen. You know, I think with Charles Oliveira, with the skill set he has on the ground, and I would be curious to see that, especially with his striking. You know, he is super dangerous on the feet as well. He would give Makhachev the most issues. I do think that would be a tougher puzzle for Makhachev to solve. Just got to be honest with you, fellas and ladies. I just don't, the 7 ladies that are watching this, I just don't feel like there's too many roadblocks for Makhachev to become world champion. And he's going to be your champion for quite some time. He's very Khabib-esque, but with better striking. You know, I think Khabib's wrestling, grappling is at an 11 out of 10. I think Islam's is at a 10. And at that level, at 55, I don't think anybody's going to beat him. I was talking with a friend of mine who knows the UFC, has watched the most fights in the world of ever, who works for the UFC. You can figure it out. And I told him, you know, I'm like, how about Makhachev, man? Who the hell is going to beat this guy? I say, you should get a title shot next. And he's like, yeah, hopefully, you know, he's in line just in case somebody falls out. He's ready to go. I'm like, sure he is. This is what I would do. This is really what I would do. You know, because the one thing that you got to not worry about, because I'm fine if they gave him a title shot, but the outlier out there that's just waiting and can jump in and just kind of do whatever he wants is Conor McGregor. And he was talking about a July return, and he was telling Charles Oliveira, why don't you wait, man, because I'll be back in July. That's not happening. Obviously, Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje are fighting very soon here. But if I'm the UFC, you know, you're praying to the fight gods that Conor McGregor gets a win in his next fight. Otherwise, it gets very dicey. Very, very dicey. I don't know how much long we can market his old fights where he's winning stuff like that. He hasn't won in a hot mother trucking second. So what I would do is I would invest in my business and pay it forward, and I'd use all the eyeballs of Conor McGregor and have him fight Makhachev on a major pay-per-view. It's a terrible matchup for Conor, but there's some history there, right? You look at Conor and the Khabib, and obviously Islam's very familiar with that, and you know, Conor could get back to his nasty ways, which some people love. And I don't know. I don't think Conor's scared of anybody. I think Conor would sign tonight if they offered him that fight. So, as a business model, if you want to get Islam, to that level, that Khabib level, and obviously Khabib is a massive, massive star. And whether he wants to admit it or not, a lot of that is because of his fight with Conor and all the drama with Conor, and it kind of put him on the map. Obviously, him being undefeated and destroying people is what got him there. But what really blew him the hell up was, the animosity with Conor McGregor. I think we can bank on that and use that and utilize that with Makhachev. Makes a lot of sense. I know Makhachev would take the fight. I bet you Makhachev's going to say, hey, man, it's either Conor or a title fight. I'm not fighting anybody else. Dariush is out. I'm not doing anything else. It's Conor. I'm up for that. If you want to make me fight one more time, I'll fight a Conor in July, and then I want to fight for the title after that. If you're the UFC, it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. But you're also tossing Conor the worst matchup fucking possible, and he hasn't been very active, and he's coming off a broken leg. We'll see. And then also you got to think, is Conor's team up for it? I know Conor's definitely not scared of Islam Makhachev. He's just not. That's what makes Conor special. And it's well documented. I'm a Conor dick rider. We know this. But his team would have to look at it and go, dude, you're coming off a leg injury. We really need to win, or we got to, after this, I don't know. Like, if the plan's to fight 3 more times or 4 more times, Islam make the move, man. We got to get a win. This would be the toughest win to get out of anyone. Charles Oliveira is a way better matchup for Conor, way better. So if I'm Conor's team, if I'm his management, I say, hopefully Charles beats Justin Gaethje, or even Conor Justin Gaethje is pretty tasty too. That's a tasty fight. So I just don't want you guys to be upset when you see Conor jump the queue and get a title shot, because you know why they're doing it, and we all don't mind it. Let's be honest. There's gonna be some purist out there who are upset about it, but I could really see it happening. I'm just saying there's something to make it note of, where if, Justin and Charles beat each other up and there's going to be some time off and Conor does want to fight in the summer, Islam's going to be ready to go in the summer. Islam could use the eyeballs. Not a terrible idea if you're an Islam fan. Literally the worst matchup possible at 55 for Conor. All right, let's take a little break from the fight shenanigans, because UFC 272 is this Saturday. We got a Calabasas Fight Companion, 7 p.m. Pacific, only on Thiccc Boy. It's Covington versus Masvidal. And listen, you want to watch it, maybe watch it with us, maybe watch it with your friends, maybe watch it with your stepmom. I don't care, man. But watch it and make bank with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. And they have a knockout offer for new customers. Bet just $1 on the main event and get $100 in free bets no matter what. Could be a first round knockout, a draw, a double knockout. No matter the outcome, you'll get paid, man. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still feel the thrill of UFC 272 with DraftKings free-to-play pools. Everyone can enter a free pool with $10,000 in prizes. Answer a handful of questions like, how long will the fight last? Who will walk out the winner? And follow along to track your results. I break it down on the show, man, but this bet, it's a flip a coin. Who do you like better? Take out the odds. I think they have Colby as a minus 370 something favorite. Take all that out, man. You take out the odds, because I think this fight is impossible to decide who's going to win. You have 2 former roommates, 2 best friends. Nobody knows each other better than these 2. They know exactly what the other one's going to do, what they're good at, what they do in the first round, what they do in the 5th round, their mentality. It's going to be who can cancel all that noise out, be professional, stick to a game plan. I think if it goes to the scorecards, Colby definitely wins. If we get a knockout, it's definitely Jorge, so you can bet on that stuff. But it's a great fight. Flip the coin. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use promo code SCHAUB, SCHAUB. Throw down just $1 on the UFC 272 main event, Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal, and get $100 in free bets no matter the outcome. That's code SCHAUB this Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. Must be 21 or older. Minimum age and location requirements vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for a full list of requirements and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Void where prohibited. Minimum $5 deposit. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. If you're still listening after all that, use DraftKings Sportsbook. Bet on it. Watch the Calabasas Fight Companion live at 7 p.m. Pacific on the Thick Boy Network only. Bet on the main event and make money. $1. One freaking dollar. All right? And you can get $100 in free bets no matter what the outcome is. UFC 272 is this Saturday. Watch it. Make bank, bro. Use promo code Schaub, SCHAUB. Man, there's a lot of reasons why you're not sleeping right. There's a lot of reasons. Maybe it's today's politics. Maybe your girl broke up with it. Maybe you're watching your favorite show, 1883, and it was the saddest finale I've ever seen in my life. And I didn't sleep great last night. And I cried a lot because I watch American Idol. Whatever it is, man. Yeah, well, the one problem you can solve is your mattress. Yep. You might be sleeping on a bad mattress. Toss out all the stuff I just mentioned. It might be your terrible mattress. And that's why at my house, I only have Helix mattresses. My mom comes in town this weekend with my aunts. They won't stay anywhere else. It's not because they love me. It's because they love my mattress. All I have is Helix Sleep mattresses. That's right. Helix has the mattress just for you. Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete, matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress just for your thick ass. If you like mattresses that are really soft or firm, you sleep on your side, your back, you sleep hot, cold, whatever it is, man. Helix, there's a mattress that's built just for you. Helix Sleep was even awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2019-2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. Listen, I sleep like a baby with Helix Sleep mattresses. I can't get rid of my in-laws. I can't get rid of my mom, my dad, my brother. Like, oh, we love you, but they don't. They love my Helix mattress. I know the gig. Just go to helixsleep.com/Schaub, SCHAUB. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they will match you with the perfect mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty. You get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. All right? They'll even pick it up if you don't love it, but you will, so don't worry about that. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattresses, all right? Orders and free pillows for the listeners and viewers of this episode of The Schaub Show. helixsleep.com/Schaub, SCHAUB. That's helixsleep.com/Schaub for up to $200 off. So we'll see, man. But yeah, outside Islam, you know, Conor versus Charles, fantastic. Conor versus Justin Gaethje, fantastic. So let's see what they want to do. But I would love to hear who you guys think is going to beat Makhachev. I don't know. I just don't know. The guy's so dominant. And, you know, you talk to the likes of, you know, a Josh Thompson, you know, a Luke Rockhold, a DC, you know, these are my friends. They say, oh, you haven't seen anything, dude. This guy inside the gym is a savage. And his thing is just getting used to the lights and being a main event and getting all this tension. So he's still fighting pretty shy, pretty conservative. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, I'm like, oh shit. It's like the Hamzat shit, man. I know every show I bring up Hamzat. He's just terrifying. It is what it is, man. And I am so on the train for Hamzat and Makhachev. Listen, in 5 years, the entire UFC is going to be ran by Russians and Dagestanians. Get ready. We all need to learn how to pronounce the names, starting with me. Get ready, man. So, yeah, so I thought Makhachev looked fantastic. You know, for Bobby Green, I don't think there's anything to hang your head about, man. He took the fight on short notice. You know, it's a complete nightmare of a matchup for you. You've been in there with some of the best. You're a guy the UFC can always rely on. I don't think, you know, you lose any ground with the UFC. I think they're going to give you a fun fight next. You know, I think if anything, anyone who knows the sport is, you know, proud of you. And I think that, you know, it's just up from here, man. You know, you fought literally, I think a lot of people agree with me, and I think time will prove this. I think you fought the best 155er on the planet, not named Khabib, who's still active, and he did on short notice. Okay, so you got taken down. All right, that happens. All good, dude. You took a chance. I told you guys don't bet your mortgage on it, and don't bet your gas money on it. But it wouldn't be a bad bet to put on Bobby Green. Hopefully, you guys didn't bet too much on that fight, but it was worth the risk. And Makhachev just fought smart and realized the only way he could lose is by an explosive shot or something like that. So he negated those problems and took him down and punched him out. Pretty smart. Pretty smart, man. Let me see that rest of the card, Chin, because there's some MVPs on there. Obviously, Makhachev's it's easy to give an MVP there, and they didn't give him a fight night bonus. So, like, dude, come on, he fought a guy in a last-minute replacement. That Wellington Turman looked fantastic. I thought he was for sure going to lose in the second round. I thought he had some quit in him, but he ended up pulling off that slick-ass armbar. By far the best fight of the night, which I thought was a robbery. I really, and dude, I don't throw that term around very, 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 very rarely do I throw that term robbery around. But I thought that Priscilla versus the Ji Yeon Kim, is that right, Jen?
Ji Yeon Kim, yeah.
Ji Yeon Kim. I thought Ji Yeon Kim won that fight pretty easily. I know she got marked up more, and it looked like Priscilla was landing these big shots. Then you look at the replay, and you're like, well, they're kind of grazing shots. The knee really messed her up. But you even look at the numbers, and that Ji Yeon Kim definitely won that fight. I thought for sure, man. Yeah, thought for sure she won that fight. She got robbed, man. But the Priscilla girl hits like a fucking Mack truck. It's interesting, right? Because it shows you where mixed martial arts is at. I mean, there's just such a discrepancy in talent, especially in the women's flyweight division. Because 18 months ago, I think she was an addict. She was like doing drugs and shit in Brazil, and then found fighting, and she just started fighting 18 months ago, and now she's in the biggest organization in the world. Me and my brother talking about that's like, being a drug addict, and I'm like, man, I want to get sober, and then 18 months later, you're the starting point guard for the Lakers. In no other sport could you just can't. Shows you where fighting's kind of at, especially in the women's divisions. It's just, she also has a certain set of skills, which is impressive, and hits like a Mack truck, and great elbows, and has the right training. And I think she's a purple belt now, which I would assume she trained before 18 months. Otherwise, we got to question that purple belt if you got an 18 months. But they gave her purple belt after the fight. It was a little weird because there's no grappling. Whatever. At least she got it. But I just didn't think she won that fight. Any facet. And then that Arman, say his last name for me, Chin? Sarukian. There's a T in front of it. Makes no sense, but however you guys want to do it, man. Arman Sarukian is an absolute savage. What's interesting about him is his only loss is to Makhachev before they both got to the UFC. So he's hoping, he climbs up in the rankings and gets another shot at Makhachev. But he looked fantastic. The elbow that he landed was filthy as shit. But overall, it was a good card, man. Fun card. Fight of the night, Priscilla versus that Ji Yeon Kim for sure. Performance tonight, Wellington Turman, that makes sense. And then Sarukian makes sense. Two studs. But that's Sarukian. Keep an eye on him. He is a problem. Handsome devil, too. Bodied up, dude. Bodied the hell up. But I'm excited for this big pay-per-view on Saturday, man. UFC 272. There ain't nothing like a big pay-per-view, especially when it's a freaking dramatic main event. Two guys where there's animosity. Talking about guys who live together. They used to be best friends. Nobody knows Colby Covington better than Jorge Masvidal, and nobody knows Jorge Masvidal better than Colby Covington. Now they can't stand each other. Finally, we're getting to see this fight. I think the narrative that some people are painting that, Jorge Masvidal needs this, man. He's long in the tooth. It's like, because he lost to Kamaru Usman? That doesn't make sense. Before that, he was on a fucking starch fest against some really talented dudes. Yeah, if you look at Masvidal, so, people are like, man, he's long in the tooth. Maybe he doesn't have it. When you get knocked out, is this really a good fight for Masvidal? So he got knocked out by Kamaru. Okay. He got knocked out by Kamaru. And then he lost to Kamaru via decision. Hey, to tell you guys, Kamaru's a pound for pound best in the world we have right now. The best we have. He beats everybody. Just because you lost to the very, very best doesn't mean you're on the backside of your career in any facet. Because before that, he molly-whopped Nate Diaz. There's some 10-8 rounds there. And then he absolutely posterized Ben Askren. Then before that, this is what started the whole Masvidal train that made him this huge pay-per-view star. He flew down to London, fought a young lion in Darren Till, and absolutely flatlined him. KO, home run. So it went Till, Askren, Diaz, then you run into Usman. And there's nothing to hang your head on losing to Usman. He's going to beat everybody. I don't know who's going to beat Usman. The only thing I could see giving him issues right now is Khamzat. That's it, and who knows? I love how the narrative, Schaub says Usman's scared of Khamzat. I don't think he's scared. What? No, what? I'm just saying stylistically, Khamzat right now looks like he could be an issue for everybody in the division, including Usman. Doesn't mean Usman can't beat him. Doesn't mean Usman's mentality isn't stronger than Khamzat's. I'm just saying I'd love to see that fight. I don't know who's going to win. I'm a huge Kamaru Usman fan. He's a pound-for-pound GOAT for a reason. He absolutely destroys people. So it's like, come on, dude. But yeah, I don't get the narrative of, Colby, he's younger and he lost Kamaru. They both lost to Kamaru. So Kamaru's hands down the best dude. Outside, it's like Kamaru and then everybody else. And everybody else is all about styles and matchups. And the other thing I think about this fight is, like I told you, nobody knows Colby better. Nobody knows Masvidal better than those two guys. And that makes for such an interesting fight because remember, Colby used to help Masvidal with his wrestling. Masvidal used to help Colby with his striking. So they know what the other one likes to do to a T. So that takedown that Colby usually gets, or, the way he gets in on takedowns, or the way he gets in with, his striking, his combos, and, that pacing, Masvidal's seen it all, man. He was there from the jump. He was there at the origin story of Colby Covington. Before Colby was Colby. Colby was cornering him. They were training partners, roommates. Nobody knows each other better. So to me, you got to throw everything you got to throw everything out that you know about these two, because they know each other so freaking well. It's such a tough fight to call. My heart thinks that Masvidal can pull this off and get a finish. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you. The odds would disagree with you. I think DraftKings says Colby a minus 300 for a reason. Yeah, minus 335. Jorge Masvidal's plus 260. Not a terrible bet to bet on Jorge Masvidal. Again, these are, if you're going to bet on a guy who's a plus 260, there's a reason he's a plus 260. These odds makers think that Colby's going to go in there. Colby ain't finishing Jorge. But also, the one caveat of all this is Jorge got flatlined the last time he entered the octagon. How does that affect a veteran of Jorge Masvidal? He's been around the game forever, but he's never been flatlined like that. Ever, ever, ever. So we don't know how that's going to affect Jorge. Has he lost confidence? Is he not going to be as wild, which makes him special? Does he know that anytime he pressured forward on Colby would take him down, so he doesn't want to spend the majority of the fight on his back? So there's these things where this is to me, this is a gimme fight, meaning it's literally whoever you like more, bet on him. Those odds to me I don't care that Colby's a minus 300. Take it out of this. You got to take all that out of this. We don't know what it's going to look like. How's Jorge going to react after being flatlined? How's Colby going to react knowing that Masvidal knows all his tricks and his takedowns and his pressure, and he knows how to deal with it. He knows what gets to Colby. He knows the chinks in Colby's armor. Who's going to, be able to mentally deal with that stuff better? That's who's going to win this fight. So put your money on whoever you like better. Forget about the odds. For these experts, quote unquote, there's no experts in the fight game, but these experts, they don't fucking know what's going on here. It's whoever can, imply their will and really, get the other guy to do what, he's not used to doing. And there's a lot of experience with Masvidal, man, and he's very explosive. I would be willing to bet if this fight ends in a finish, it's going to be Masvidal. So Masvidal, if you pick Masvidal to win, you win by finish, that's where you make some money. Can he do it? Abso-freaking-lutely. Odds are against him, 100%. But Colby Covington, here's the other caveat where you're like, all right, who should I bet on, dude? I'm saying bet on the guy that you think's going to win, because take the odds out of it. Don't even look at the odds. Just put your money on the guy, because Colby Covington is the best welterweight in the world, not named Kamaru Usman. He's had these great fights with Kamaru, great, phenomenal fights with Kamaru. It just so happens Colby was born at a certain time, the same time Kamaru was. So if take Kamaru out of the picture, Colby's your reigning champion, dude. It sucks for Colby. That's the way it was with Gustafsson. He would be your reigning world champion for many, many times over if there wasn't a Jon Jones there, Let's take another little break from the fight drama in this world of fighting. Because, listen, people want different jobs, different careers. All right, you want to change your career? There's never been a better time to become a programmer. My dad's a programmer. Papa's a programmer. They know what they're doing, man. They never have to worry about getting a job because they got a certain set of skills. They know how to code, and they do it on their own terms, all right? We're living in a fast-changing world. One of the best ways to succeed in it is to learn how to code. Try Code Academy today and see where coding can take you. Whether you're starting from scratch, you know what you're doing, or you're super advanced, Code Academy can help you reach your coding goals, all right? Over 50 million people already know that Code Academy is the best way to learn to code, all right? Because Code Academy not only teaches you job-ready coding skills, but also helps you build unique projects for your portfolio, earn certificates, even prep for technical interviews. We got you, man. Learn at your own pace, get qualified for in-demand jobs. Choose what to learn, from building basic websites to AI and everything else you could ever want, man. Get instant feedback. Your code is tested as soon as you submit it, so you always know if you're on the right track, all right? Land your dream job in web development, programming, computer science, data science, tons more. Shoot, maybe Thick Boy hire you. We're always looking for people who's good at coding. Join over 50 million people learn to code with Code Academy and see where coding can take you. Get 15% off your Code Academy Pro membership when you go to codecademy.com. Use promo code SCHAUB, SCHAUB. That's promo code SCHAUB at codecademy.com to get 15% off Code Academy Pro, the best way to learn to code. That is CODECADEMY.com, promo code SCHAUB. I love this fight. I love the drama. I love the backstory. It's the first time in quite some time you got two guys who aren't title holders, headlining a pay-per-view, and there's a good reason for that. Two superstars. Say what you want about Colby. I know, obviously, the Trump, the MAGA stuff. Clearly, it's an act. And so you got two polarizing, completely different guys. Colby Covington, 100% is an act. We've been over this. Jorge Masvidal is as real as they get. That's why you love him. So you have just these two polar opposites, and they used to be best fucking friends, and they hate each other now. I would assume whoever wins, I hope that they're cool and give each other a hug after the fight. They've been through some shit. I really hope they're cool after the fight. The issue is Colby goes down this road, which I don't like. I think it's it's that this newer generation where they just take things too far. I'm all about trash talking, hyping the fight. But when you go personal with it and you talk about Jorge's a bad dad or Jorge's ex-girlfriend or ex-wife, or the hell he was talking about, that's where I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't partake in that, man. I don't need that to buy the fight. These guys' skill sets sell the fight. The history of you guys being roommates and training partners and living together and training together, that sells the fight. I don't need you to talk about his being a father and being a dad and his ex-girlfriend. That stuff's just, it's below the belt. No pun intended. It's just too much, man. That doesn't make anybody feel good. But it's a great main event. Take that out of it. It's a great main event. And Colby obviously is ruffling feathers trying to get in Jorge's head because he knows listen, whichever one of these guys fights on emotion is definitely going to lose. You got to be strategic. You got to be smart. You got to be professional and not let the outside noise get to you because you're going to make mistakes. And both these guys are so good. If you make a mistake, you're going to lose. So it's whoever comes in with a professional approach. And usually Colby's that guy. But with their background, I don't know. That's why I'm telling you, put money on whoever thinks going to win. Don't worry about the odds. In the co-main event, is this right, Jen? I heard this is a 5-round fight. Is that right? Which would be strange for a non-title fight co-main event. How do they decide if it's 5 rounds?
Yeah. Will remain a 5-round
because
fight.
It was supposed to be a fight night main event for 5 rounds. So they just, remember, they moved it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming because they moved it, they're like, let's leave it at 5.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I'm in. Say less. Because then Johnny Walker and Jamahal Hill got put up to the main event. I'm all for this. Rafael Dos Anjos, Rafael Fiziev, Rafael and Rafael Crime, man. Rafael and Rafael Crime. Tough fight for Dos Anjos. Dos Anjos, if you look at his track record, he's fallen some tough times. You know, his last fight he won against Paul Felder via split decision. And if you remember, Paul Felder took that fight in a very, very short notice. So, you know, it's not that impressive to beat a Paul Felder who took it on short notice, who's been in a suit and tie, and then decided to jump in there and save the card. And it was a split decision. That was a great fight. Fight of the night. So Paul Felder, obviously phenomenal fighter, but on short notice, you know, so, you know, you look at Dos Anjos, you know, he lost to Colby, he lost to Kamaru, he beat Kevin Lee, lost to Leon Edwards, lost to Michael Chiesa. You know, so he's losing the top guys. Chiesa's not a top guy, but he's still pretty freaking good. This can be a tough fight for your boy Dos Anjos, and he's the nicest, one of the nicest guys in the UFC. I absolutely love him. He was always great to me. When I fought in Brazil, he's the only guy who had my back and gave me rides and took me to places where I could eat where they wouldn't poison my food. So I love Dos Anjos, man. Absolutely love him. I just don't see him win this fight. If he can get it down, we're talking about a different story. I think the grappling is going to be, how does Fiziev deal with Dos Anjos grappling on the feet? Fiziev is an absolute nightmare of a problem to solve for Dos Anjos. So, you know, and Fiziev's also coming off that Brad Riddle KO spinning wheel kick victory, which was performance of the night. That fight was freaking close against Brad Riddle. Freaking close, man. That knockout was phenomenal, but we remember the knockout. But if you remember, that fight was very close. But this is a huge step up for Fiziev. UFC obviously believes in Fiziev. They think he can get it done. I think he can get it done. It's a tough night in the office for Dos Anjos. Unless he can get him down and get him down often, it's going to be a tough night in the office for him. Good card, though, man. I love that that's 5 rounds. Barboza, Bryce Mitchell. Again, Barboza has fallen tough times. I think Bryce Mitchell gets that done with his grappling. Obviously, on the feet, Bryce Mitchell is going to be in a world of trouble, but I don't see this fight staying on the feet too long. Kevin Holland, the Brazilian cowboy, Alex Oliveira. You know, I think Oliveira's going to have his hands full there. Kevin Holland gets done. And then, you know, say what you want about Greg Hardy, but he's always entertaining. The guy always brings it. So, you know, I like when he's on the cards. I think you can always count on an entertaining fight, win or loss. So whenever he's on, this is just a matter. There's a few fights. Really, well, I mean, depending on how Colby fights, you got a lot of wrestler, grappler versus striker. Basically, the entire main card is grappler versus striker. So it's whoever imposes their will, gets their game plan done. You know, if it's the grapplers, you're going to have a long freaking card. It's going to be a long-ass fight companion if the grapplers just keep getting takedowns and riding out decisions. I don't think that's going to happen. I think these grapplers have their hands full. So, you know, Greg Hardy, the furthest thing away from a grappler on the card against Sergey Spivak, who's obviously, you know, fancies himself a grappler. I think Greg Hardy's going to knock him out. Kevin Holland, Charles Oliveira, that one's more, you know, Kevin Holland can freaking wrestle, but strike too. That's probably the closest matchup as far as grappler striker. They can both fancy themselves strikers. Barboza, Bryce Mitchell, that is completely grappler versus striker. Dos Anjos, Fiziev, although Dos Anjos can strike, he's definitely going to want to get that fight down. And then Colby, definitely a grappler. Jorge Masvidal, definitely a striker. So if these grapplers have it their way, you could have a ton of decisions and a boring card. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't, but, you know, you never know. Sometimes that happens, and it's a nightmare. Even though, and I love grappling. I absolutely love grappling. I know what's going on, but I know for the fans out there, you guys are like, come on, dude. But I truly think, you're going to get some big knockouts, man. Brian Kelleher, our boys fighting.
Yeah, boom.
Tim Elliott, that's a great one. Dustin Jacoby, Jesus Christ. Can we get him a fight, some shine? You got him on the first fight of the night? A veteran, and Dustin Jacoby? Come on, man. Really good fight at women's strawweight. Marina Rodriguez, Young, is a great fight. You almost had some Chinese on Chinese crime if Jan would have won her last one, but she didn't. But I'm excited for this card, man. What do you got, Jen?
Alrighty. Oh, so the fights. This one as well. Gegard, Mousasi, and Vanderford.
Yes, poor freaking Austin Vanderford, man. He, going into this fight, and you're fighting Gegard Mousasi, the biggest big dick energy guy in the game. It's well documented. He has the biggest dick in the game. He's also the champion. Definitely the biggest dick as a champion. I'd love to see it. He has that Big Sean energy. Did you see Big Sean's leak nude? Dude. Bro. Dude. He says it wasn't his, but also it's definitely his. He has a Nintendo Switch. So he's holding the Nintendo Switch like this. The dick is here. It's longer than the Nintendo Switch. So what I like to do is I like to take my son's Nintendo Switch. I measured that.
Yeah.
Thing. It's over 9 inches.
What the damn.
Nickname is Big Sean. He's not big.
Over 9.
He's a small guy. Very impressive. Very impressive. Best leak I've seen in a while. Oh my gosh. But Mousasi's right up there with the big dick energy. It's such a shame that Bellator and UFC can't figure things out. And, because Mousasi versus Izzy, fantastic fight. Fantastic fight. Mousasi has a set of skills that could pose a problem for Izzy. Does he beat him? I don't know, but I'd love to see it, which we never will. Poor Austin Vanderford, though, going in this fight, he's like, I'm going to get on my girl's shadow. I'm not going to be referred to as Mr. Paige Van Zandt anymore. And then you just go in and get starched.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. And he's never lost. It's his first loss, and it was a bad one.
It was a really bad loss, yeah.
Now, I think he was concussed from the sprawl. If you look at the replay, when he shoots in, Mousasi sprawls so hard and he falls on his head. And he didn't get hit with a knee or an elbow or a punch there. The sprawl is what fucked him up. Bad. Mousasi's such a savage, dude.
Yeah.
So goddamn good.
He couldn't touch him, man.
You wouldn't love to see Mousasi versus Izzy? And Mousasi gets to the mic. He's like, I'm the best middleweight in the world. And I'm like, maybe. Love to see it. We never will. But yeah, I just feel bad for Vanderford because obviously I'm sure he gets a lot of heat. He's married to Paige Van Zandt, who's an absolute dime of all dimes. She's the queen of MMA. And, they have their version of OnlyFans. They're posting pictures and, so he was like, yeah, I'm going to get out of the shadow of my girl. And then you just get starched. He's probably waking up to like, God damn it. Like put yourself in his shoes this morning. Now, granted, you're waking up next to Paige Van Zandt. So life ain't that bad, Austin. You got this, buddy. Did he post anything?
Yeah, he made a statement afterwards. Here it is.
Humble in victory and defeat. Congrats on Mousasi on well-earned victory. Last night wasn't my night, but I'm thankful that this will only make me a better fighter. Agree, dude. Thank you to the friends, family, and fans who support me. We'll be back better than ever. Thank you to my team. Thank you to all my teammates. Best gym in the world. And last but most important, thank you to my loving wife, Paige Van Zandt, who's there for me forever, always. I'm good and motivated to just get back to the gym. Yeah, dude, do your thing, man. You got this, buddy.
Yeah.
That's a tough,
super tough task for him.
Yeah, I just, yeah. I don't know if he ever beats Mousasi.
So Mousasi had this press conference afterwards, and he was talking about Conor McGregor. I guess Conor McGregor and him have gone back and forth back in the days. I didn't know this either.
I didn't know that.
They talk smack to each other, and this is what he said, and it seems pretty real too.
Oh, because Conor was in the crowd.
Yeah, he was there.
A lot of his guys were fighting. Because this was in Dublin, right?
Mm-hmm.
That crowd's insane, dude.
The best, dude. Well, that in Australia, but probably Dublin's the best, though, right?
Best place I've performed, Dublin, hands down.
Yeah, guys, you were on Ariel Helwani show yesterday, and you were talking about an old, not foe, but somebody you don't like in Conor McGregor. I overheard him saying to Austin Vanderford to rip your head off before you walked out.
Who said that?
Conor, what's the beef?
Conor, well, he could have come. I talked to his coach, and my brother is here. He would have died, I swear to God. So, he knows. I will not fucking around with that guy. Other than that, I got nothing against the guy, you know.
To
But
clarify,
if he wants to come, he can come. I'm not kidding.
to clarify, he said for Austin Vanderford to rip your head off, not for him to rip your head off.
Oh, it's lucky for him because he's short.
Yeah, I don't think Conor wants that heat. But
Dude,
also,
he's like serious, yeah.
yeah. No, Mousasi's an
Oh, yeah.
absolute monster. No, Conor don't want that heat. It's also what's interesting too about this. Mousasi just wins a huge world title fight, and the news is Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
That's how powerful Conor McGregor is.
All right, this is the opening odds of Makhachev versus Oliveira.
A massive favorite.
Massive favorite. So it's right here.
Following his first round route of Bobby Green, minus 415. That's insulting. Wow. Yeah, like I said, just from my perspective, stylistically, I think Charles Oliveira matches up the best with him as far as giving the most issues. But a plus 345 for Charles Oliveira?
Who's champ, yeah.
That's nuts, dude. But again, I don't know who's going to beat him. I just don't. I really don't. Then Charles Oliveira is slightly betting favorite, minus 155 against Justin Gaethje. That's a toss up. I mean, plus 135, minus 155. That's like flipping a coin. I just, I don't know who the hell is going to beat Makhachev. I get those big odds, but Jesus Christ, so disrespectful. So disrespectful.
All right, so Diego Sanchez says he joined Eagle FC, even though he was taking a pay cut. I guess he would have had like $75,000 more if he did BKFC, but he wanted to, because he's a martial artist, he wanted to make sure that he represents MMA.
I was going to get paid $75,000 more to do BKFC, but being the Diego Sanchez that I am, I believe in myself and all the skills and knowledge and the wisdom that I've attained over this course of the last 20 years. The way my career ended in the UFC was not Diego Sanchez fashion. That was orchestrated by my handler. And so I really wanted to truly finish mixed martial arts legacy and career my way. Diego Sanchez, intuition, working through whatever I got to work through, but training smart, doing my martial arts. But not everyone thinks they're good or fair. Yeah, it's tough. Because, he's fighting he's fighting Kevin Lee. It's a tough fight for Diego. I like it that Diego was like, nah, I'm not done with MMA yet. I'm not ready to go to just bare knuckle yet. Bare knuckle be tough for him, man.
75 grand more though.
Yeah, I know. It's short sighted though. I think that bare knuckle, man, especially for an old veteran and Diego. You might make 75 more grand now, but you can't use it in your grappling, which he is a monster of a grappler. So I think looking at it in the long run, depending on how much he wants to fight, the Eagle FC definitely the smart choice.
And speaking of BKFC, I guess Triller just bought a majority stake in them. So they said it's going to be the same thing as normal, but they just have way more resources and more money and all that stuff now.
That's all that is.
And they're going after Ngannou. Once he's like free, they want to go after Ngannou.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. I don't want that for Ngannou as much as I love BKFC. I'd love for the UFC to figure out their deal with Francis and partake in the marketing of the Tyson Fury fight. What heavyweights would Francis fight? And who in the hell is going to sacrifice their brain health and fight Francis Ngannou with bare freaking knuckles, dude? I mean, who's he going to fight? He's just knocking dudes out left and right, Yeah. I'd be very surprised if Francis goes that route.
The boxing route's probably the best.
Yes.
All right. So this is the sad part about this is all in the news. Obviously, the Russian invasion of Ukraine. So this can actually affect fighters now. So
you can't fly.
Yeah. So the UK is actually stopping people from getting their visas if they're part of. Here, let me actually show you what she said.
You can't fly at all.
Okay, that too.
Yeah. The way the world is reacting to the Russia trying to invade Ukraine, they're not allowing Russian planes to land in any other country. Yeah. So if you're a Russian fighter, you're gonna have to figure something out.
Yeah. So the London card has a few Russian fighters, and even our guy Jack Shore, he's fighting someone that has that I guess, some lineage, so he might not be able to make that fight either. So that kind of sucks. But this is the Home Secretary for the UK saying that.
I've canceled the visa of Belarusian men's basketball team who are due to play in Newcastle tomorrow night. The UK will not welcome the national sports team of those countries who are complicit in Putin's unprovoked illegal invasions of Ukraine. Yeah. I agree with him. It sucks because if you're that basketball team, if you're one of these fighters, you don't have any control of any of this, man. I'm sure if you ask them, like, we don't want to go to war. No one wants war. It's Putin's crazy ass. So it's like, we have nothing to do with it. But now you're seeing repercussions. It's going to, this Russian shit rolls downhill, man. It's not good.
It's so sad, man.
It's such a bummer, man. Who goes to war in 2022? It's nuts, senseless. Dude. It's so... But boy, Russia's in for a surprise, aren't they? They forgot how badass Ukrainians are. Them motherfuckers fighting.
Hell yeah.
If you're between the ages of 18 and 40, can't leave the country, you got to go pick up a gun and fight. Wow. And everybody's on board.
Yeah.
You got the Klitschko's. See the picture of the Klitschko's? You got have you seen the picture of Lomachenko?
There's Loma right here.
Dude, Lomachenko is a millionaire. Has a fucking place on South Beach. And was like, they're doing what? This is how much of a badass Ukrainians are. He's like, they're doing what? Dude, get this fucking suntan oil off me. I'm fucking headed to Ukraine. Get the guns ready. Get my fatigues ready.
Yeah.
Look at him, dude.
It's so awesome. Sucks, but it's so awesome that they're like the Klitschko's, him, even the Bellator champ that's supposed to fight Michael Venom Page. He also went back to fight.
They're just, you can never discredit how tough Ukrainians are, man.
Yeah.
And I think Putin did. The sad thing is I think go pound for pound, Ukrainians are beating the shit out of them. It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. No matter how many Russians they take out, it's a matter of time before they take over the capital. It's heartbreaking.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
It was weird watching I was watching some awards last night for actors.
Oh, SAG.
The SAG, and your boy's part of SAG. But your boy's part of SAG got it working on a movie called what movie did
Tax Collector?
Tax Collector. Part of SAG, so be cool. I didn't get my invite to the award show, which is very strange, but that's fine. But it's weird when there's this war going on, and these actors like, what we do is so special. I'm like, holy shit, you guys are out to lunch. Yeah, actors,
Yeah.
It's so weird to watch.
It is weird.
It's just, but what are you going to do? It's like, from their perspective, it's like, there's nothing they can do. Entertainment does provide such an outlet and, shapes our society, that they do have a very important job, but it's just, I don't know. It just, they're in LA, they're receiving these awards, and it's just like,
it did feel really weird.
Yeah,
at least they did say really nice things about what's going on in the world.
Yeah, some of them did.
Tribute.
Some of them did.
But it's just so
like
weird
crying,
to have it right
you're like, I'll give you something to cry about, man. I'll bring you some pictures from the bombings
my gosh.
fucking Ukraine that'll blow your mind.
So terrible.
Terrible.
Okay. Moving past this, Jamahal Hill, who just beat Johnny Walker and had that really almost viral KO. I guess Johnny Walker's wife or fiance posted this, and it's basically she's getting DMs and messages from people showing, like, doing memes of Johnny Walker getting knocked out, right? Which is just
that's the world
freaking
we live
sad.
in.
Right?
Sleepy wanker, how you got a weak man. Isn't that weird?
It's like, what the hell, dude? Okay, so
but that's you just got people that hurt people hurt other hurt people. So the way social media works, if you're unfortunately, it's part of the game. If you're going to subscribe to this world where everybody has an opinion, you're dealing with a lot of mental unstable people where they've never taken a chance in their life with anything. So with a guy like Johnny Walker, even though he's fallen some hard times, he's taking chances. So when he fails, it validates them and their feelings. So they want to capitalize on it and go, see what happens when you take a chance.
How shitty is it to DM someone's wife or girl that kind of shit, though? Like, it sounds like it's just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, even Meg Thee Stallion, who's absolutely gorgeous, so talented. She posted the other day, she's like, I get this every day, multiple times a day. And it's a guy like, man, someone needs to find Meg Thee Stallion and shoot her. She's like, I don't know why I get this. I get it every day. I deal with it every day. This is what, with as great as social media is for some angles, and especially for what I do, it lets people know I'll be in, Nashville in 2 weeks, and you promote that stuff. The dark side of it is, everybody has an opinion. You got some people, some real bad people out there, man. Their only objective is to cause chaos.
It's to hurt, which is terrible.
To hurt, so it's not healthy for a lot of people to be on there, man. It's like Pete Davidson, obviously, he's dealing with literally the two most famous people on the planet, not named Putin right now, and Kim Kardashian and Kanye. And when Kanye starts making fun of him, Kanye has a huge, huge fan base. So these people are going to troll them. I think he named him Skeet. He goes, if you see Pete on the street, yell out Skeet. People are doing that, man. So for Pete Davidson, he's been off Instagram for a variety of reasons, right? But obviously Pete, and I love Pete. I adore Pete. I think he's a talented comic, and he's always been nice to me, and God bless him, man. And he has something about him, and I think people are triggered. Look at the women that he slept with, and his past dating history, and now he's dating Kim Kardashian. Pete got on Instagram. Why he decided to do that, I think, to promote his movie or whatever. It's fine, but he was on there for a day and then jumped off, and was like, like a lot of people think Kanye ran him off. I'm sure Kanye's influence ran him off. I don't think it's fair to say he just decided to get out on his own, because he got on there for a reason. But he goes, I decided to get off Instagram. I'll come back someday. But it really connected. He goes, it doesn't make me feel good. He goes, my life outside social media is lit as fuck. When you think about it, I was like, yeah, dude, you're on Saturday Night Live. Everybody loves you, dude. Everybody that knows Pete loves him. Dude, you're sleeping with Kim Kardashian. You have dope fashion. You have money. You're touring. You're selling tickets. People that know you love you. Why subscribe to it, Pete? Why would you get on there, dude? So him just being like, my life outside this is dope as shit. But it's just like these angry trolls, and, Pete is this guy and they don't think he deserves this or should be with this girl. He's crushed on Saturday Night Live. So it's like, why play the game, Pete? Why play the game, dude? I don't get it, Mm-hmm. But it's a shame people have to deal with any of it.
Yeah. Well, bringing it back to this, so Jamahal Hill saw that, and then he made this video, which I thought was super dope.
Yo, bro, look, I do what I do for the entertainment of the fans and the love of the sport, bro. And whenever I'm successful, and another fighter, I get a knockout, and I have these moments that y'all like. Bro, don't use that time to dog somebody, bro. You know what I mean? I've lost. So I've received, the ridicule and the things that come with that. You know what I mean? And I understand that people are ignorant. But I can only imagine how y'all doing my mans right now, bro. And that shit ain't cool, bro. That shit ain't cool. Think about if that was you. Think about if that was your kid. You know what I mean?
They can't, though.
Your brother, your mother,
cowards.
your father.
They can't.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. At some point, we got to draw the line, bro. Where's the line at, bro? Where do we become? Where do we still be able to come out and look each other in the face? You know what I mean? And still be people. You know what I mean? He got knocked out. It happens. People have been knocked out many times before. And most of you motherfuckers that's talking will never put yourself in a position. You run like a little bitch. You hide in the house. I done seen y'all before. Y'all cowards, bro. So for y'all to sit there and do this to this man who steps out against the best in the fucking world, you know what I'm saying? People who train night and day to do that. Y'all run from basic ass people. Cut it out, you fucking cowards. I mean, sitting behind the screen talking. Get out that man inbox. He's still eating. He still got money. You probably broke sitting in your fucking mom's basement. Bro. Hey, you a fan of mine? You came to my page to see me do that, to see me win, and for you to go and dog people, get the fuck on, bro. Because I don't fuck with that shit, bro. Leave that man alone. Let him get back to his drawing board, get back to his craft, because y'all gonna keep watching for him putting his body and all of that shit on the line.
I'm being stopped. I'm a bigger fan of Jamahal Hill now. We gotta get him on food truck.
So cool.
Yeah, with these guys, especially UFC guys or any celebrities, maybe because I'm older, but a lion doesn't care what the sheep say. These people are just sheeps. It's just this sheep mentality. It's this loser mentality. And they're going to be the loudest on the internet for the most part. Really not even the loudest. The positive people always win, and the people that are taking chances always win. And that's why they have all these followers. Like, you'll notice, you'll never see a hater with a ton of followers. You never see a hater with an influencer selling merch or doing, because they can't, because no one really fucks with that. Because it's just, you're just these losers, man. So for Jamahal Hill to, let people know, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of him.
Yeah, big time fan now.
But yeah, these fighters, these young fighters, and I don't know how old Johnny Walker is, but dude, you've never cared before what the loser said, man. That's why you're Johnny Walker, dude.
The shitty part is it's to his girl. Like, what are you doing? Like,
well, because they know Johnny Walker's probably not seeing it,
Yeah,
so
it's
the best
just
thing
so
to get to the girl. But so it's just like you're just imagine the biggest loser in your school, just the negative kid. If you're walking down the hallway and he's like, cool shoes, you're like, excuse me? You're the worst kid in the school, dude. You wouldn't give a fuck. But now all those losers have a place to, like, oh, I'm a loser, you're a loser, let's get together, So they have a tribe,
You also said hurt people. So I mean, who knows what they're going through, but still stop doing this.
It doesn't
shit.
matter.
Yeah, stop doing
it
this.
It doesn't
shit.
matter. It's just not a winner's mentality. You're never gonna get out of your mom's basement doing this stuff. You gotta get out of there. Get a girl.
Do something.
Do anything.
Challenge yourself, yeah.
Yeah, create your own content, man. Do your own shit. Whatever it is, man.
Yeah. All right. So this was during a PFL Challenger Series, and this dude's eyeball popped out of its socket.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I'll show you this real
video
quick.
of it?
Well, you'll see how his eye looks.
What happened to his eye?
I'll show you in a second.
Was it a knee?
I think it was a punch.
Danny Florian, that eye is severely damaged. The referee calls the doctor.
That
in to
referee's
look at it.
beard is out of control.
This fight is over because of damage to the left eye.
Yeah, because his fucking eye is pop out of the socket.
So it was a punch that landed, and then I guess it cracked his orbital, and then he tried to blow his nose, and then his eyeball went popped out. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but no surgery needed. He'll be fine. But that sucks.
No surgery, thank God, man.
Yeah.
It says the air pressure in the plane could move the fracture. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
From Florida to Arizona. Okay, so you're not going to drive there. Doctor said Martin should not fly home from Florida to Arizona. Yeah,
not for a while.
Martin's team could be driving home cross country. Definitely drive, dude.
Yeah.
Hope he's all right. Jesus Christ. So you want to be a fighter, huh?
All right, so we're still getting the fight, but it's going to be moved. Glover Teixeira, Yuri Prochazka. Yeah, from UFC 274 to UFC 275 in June.
I'll take it.
And there's no reason, they didn't say what it was, but it just had to be moved.
I know Yuri's ready to go. I just saw him at the Tyson thing. He was in shape, man. Jesus Christ, that dude is in shape.
Yeah.
Thin dude.
And that outfit that he wore was interesting too.
Yeah. Looked like a 24-hour fitness trainer. He looked dope, in shape, man.
Yeah. All right, so Paul Daley, this is his retirement fight, and they're giving him Andrey Koreshkov, who just broke that guy's ribs, all five, and
tough
punched his
fight
lung.
for Paul Daley, man.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
Koreshkov
tough.
is a monster.
So London in May.
That's
May
dope,
5th,
though. That's cool. The Bellator's giving him that retirement fight.
Yeah. But that isn't crazy tough fight.
Yes.
This I thought was really cool too. Shinya Aoki and Yoshiro Akiyama. Sexyama.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Japanese legends at 1X.
God, look at Akiyama's tits.
He's
dude.
still super ripped
Jacked.
and tanned. Crazy tan.
I don't think it's tan. He's like a bronze statue. He has to be the best looking Asian dude of all time.
I mean,
He's fantastic.
one of the best. Yeah.
And doesn't he
like
sing?
manly
Yeah,
looks.
just all man, just chiseled up, dude.
He does everything. Sings, does variety shows.
And then he huge? Doesn't he like sell out huge venues?
Yeah, so he's part Japanese and part Korea, or he's one. I forgot exactly what it was, but he either born Korean and then lived in Japan
Because he looks
speaks both
Japanese.
fluent- Yeah,
Was he born in Japan, moved to Korea?
I should know this because I remember. But
I bet. Let's look it up. But I bet he was born. He looks Japanese. I bet he was born in Japan, moved to Korea. Because who's better at marketing and all that shit than Koreans?
I know, dude.
Because he's the best of both worlds.
Oh yeah, you're right. Born in Japan.
Mm-hmm. 4th generation Japanese of Korean descent.
Mm-hmm.
Acquired Japanese nationality in 2001.
But he considers himself both. He always has 2 flags on, Korean and Japan. Yeah,
He couldn't look more Japanese though.
yeah, he looks more Japanese for sure. But yeah,
Dime piece of all dime pieces.
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's going to be at 170 too. He used to fight at 185. I think he did both maybe, but
Tough fight for Aoki.
yeah,
But Aoki gets a hold of them legs, you're screwed.
yeah, for sure. And there's another rematch. Shogun
Interesting.
and OSP.
Boy.
OSP won the last one.
Yeah. Okay.
Old school. And
Fun fight.
yeah.
I'm not like chomping at the bit to see it.
No, not really, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Scott Coker said that Dylan Dennis is interested in fighting again. You know, Dylan Dennis has been off for a while. He's been in the news.
He had that
Fights and stuff like
that
that.
knee injury, but then, at the bar and stuff got left up by that big bouncer. You want the best for Dylan Dennis. I know a lot of you guys hate him. I get it. I look at him from a different perspective. I hope he gets back to fighting, man.
Yeah,
Because him outside fighting, when he doesn't have that, it's trouble.
exactly.
He is a good person. I promise you.
He seems like a really good person.
I'm telling you, he's a good person, man. He's just, again, he subscribes to that social media world, so his perspective is super skewed, right? Because he was with Conor and he talks shit like Conor, and then he's not fighting, and then he's in the headlines and he wants to fight Jake Paul and those guys, but he's in that toxic world. I think when you sign up for that toxic lifestyle and you're getting views and stuff off it, it has to take its toll on you, man.
Of course, it's got to be tough to maintain.
And especially when you're not competing and then you're just left with that toxic world. I think that's why we're seeing a lot of craziness with Dylan Dennis, man. Hopefully he gets back to 100% health and starts competing, because that'll take your mind off of it. And then, there's no better way to shut the haters up than with success. That's the way you shut these losers up. And Dylan Dennis can do that. But when you're not fighting, it's hard to talk shit, man. If that's your job, it'd be like being a comic and not touring and talking shit. And you're not performing. Like, what?
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets better, man, and gets back out there.
Yeah. Well, let's hope. Alrighty. Remember the Iranian Hulk? We finally see real video of him, and he's going to fight this guy, Martyn Ford. I'm sure you've seen him on Instagram. He's just this gigantic buff dude
with all
tattoos.
tats?
Yeah, tattoos. So they're going to fight in April, I believe, April 2nd. And I think it's in Dubai. And look at how he actually looks in real life.
Oh, he's tiny.
So this was his Instagram where he looked like crazy,
he
right?
6'9".
And we didn't believe it either. We thought it was all photoshopped.
Fake. It's definitely photoshopped.
Definitely photoshopped, yeah. But you could actually see him here. This is one thing they did during a face-off.
Oh, he's not that big at all. No. Oh, wow. That guy is huge. That was also terrible takedown.
Terrible. And then check this out. This is
screwed.
terrible.
Dude.
This is terrible.
Oh my God. That guy is jacked.
Martyn Ford's gigantic. He's like super tall too. But just
Dude, that Iranian Hulk did not look very Hulkish. Why did he fall like that?
He's gonna be destroyed.
He's just in sweats. Fuck, man.
Well, at least we know for a fact. Like, it's all
This is social media in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Iranian Hulk, here we go. And then fucking
look at him.
He's just a guy.
Yeah.
I bet he can bench a lot, though. He has a perfect physique. He definitely doesn't look like that.
No, he does not look like this.
He doesn't look anything like that.
He's just good Photoshop.
He has a great physique for benching. Yeah. He looks absolutely ridiculous. How many followers does he have?
1 million.
Well,
but I mean, after this, everyone knows now it's fake.
I wonder why he's doing it, because the gig is up.
I know, it's like, you don't look like that. You're actually going to go through
and
this.
you can't fight.
I know.
You can't fight at all.
Dude, he fell down so bad.
Just that takedown's like, holy shit, dude. You don't have no clue what you're doing. What else you got?
Rampage's son. He's 2-0 now.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's really dope.
second amateur fight.
God, it's tough when your dad's fucking Rampage.
That's him right there. Raja.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, and then
big shoes to fill.
Yeah. So he won by submission too, which is cool.
That's cool. Oh, you got a Darce choke there?
I think they said Anaconda, yeah. How high level is Anaconda to land that, to get that?
I'd have to see what the other guy's background. To pull it off against a good guy, you got to be pretty creative.
Oh.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy, though. Especially if that guy doesn't have a background in jiu-jitsu. He doesn't know what the hell's going on, but, you know, definitely good.
The guy was 0-0, so it's just the beginning.
That's where he's at. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know if we want to end on this one, but so this is Jon Jones reacting to the footage coming out. So, you know, the footage just came out last week.
Yeah, and John was like, oh, I was hoping this got like...
Here's... So this is what he says here first.
I was hoping that video got lost in the file somewhere. Mm-hmm. Okay, they're kind of making a joke out of it.
And it goes, don't worry. Someone said, don't worry, I don't think many saw it. And he says, oh, thank goodness.
And then someone says, how you feeling today, champ? And he goes, I can deal with embarrassment. It's the loneliness that gets me. Taking things one day at a time. Yeah. I know. Let's see this guy. To those who prayed on my downfall, no way, my God, the story is far from over. I'm wise enough to know that we all go through seasons in life. I've had many great ones and several bad ones. I'm excited for the next one. About to be heavyweight champion of the world, capable of so many things and loved. Yeah, I have a soft spot for Jon Jones, man.
It's just very, very sad, the entire thing.
Yeah, the self-sabotage is just, you know, you hopefully gets back on track and fights at heavyweight. And as far, you know, I would assume losing his family wakes him up to stop acting like a complete jackass. Yeah. You would hope, man. You lose your family? What else? What more he's had money forever. He's had money, lives in great houses, drives dope cars, has all the guns and where the hell he wants to collect. That you realize very early on, like that stuff is not happiness, man. It's all about family. It's the only thing it's about. And you lose them, if this doesn't get him on track, nothing will. There's nothing. It's going to be even worse, dude. He has a loss. Let's say he fights Cyril Gane or, you know, Stipe and loses, and you know he didn't train right, or you know he's back to his old ways of drinking and going out and doing whatever the hell he's doing. It's gonna get really bad, really, really bad.
It's gotten so bad already, man. So yeah,
you know you got to hit rock bottom. You know,
I mean, what is his rock bottom? That's like
even Dom Herrera says there's even wiggle room at rock bottom. So it's I would assume losing your family.
That's probably,
as far as me goes, that's rock bottom.
Yeah.
For him, I don't know. I would hope that's his rock bottom. I don't know. But I hate to see it. I hate to see it, man. When he's like, yeah, the loneliness is the worst part. I fucking bet, dude. When you come home, those kids aren't there. Your wife's not there. Your ride or die, dude. You've made so many shitty decisions.
And she's stuck by you.
They're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. If this doesn't wake you the hell up to get your shit together, nothing will. It will only get worse. And I'm rooting for him. I really am. I have a soft spot for Jon Jones.
Yeah. All right. Don't really want to end on that one, but let's see. Okay. I thought this was just pretty cool. This is I don't know if this is Khabib's channel, but either way, Khabib's talking about Makhachev, and I'll just play it for you.
About too much media, like Coach Javier said, if you don't want, just lose. Nobody gonna come.
Yep.
Everything very simple. Relax. This is your job, brother. This is your job. Over here. This is your job, brother. Like Coach said, if you don't wanna make a lot of interview, just lose. Nobody gonna come.
It's so true, though.
It's very simple, yeah. Khabib's right, and that's the other thing, and I know that's. I don't want to say the knock because there's no knock on Makhachev, but what everyone says is like him in the main events and the lights and the interviews, he doesn't like that stuff. And he tends to tense up. So we haven't seen his full capabilities yet. But I think once he embraces that, and I get it, man, it's a beast. But, you know, everybody wants to be a champ till you have to do champ shit. If you talk to any champions, some thrive in it. I know other champions very close were like, it was the worst, man. When I was champ, I hated it. I have to do all these interviews. I have to do all the shit all the time. It's all predicated on me. I hate doing it. I just want to fight. Don't become champ, man.
Just lose.
Like Frank Mir said, heavy lies the crown, dude. You want to be champ, you got to do champ shit. You got to do stuff other fighters don't have to do. You're not going to get as much rest. You're going to be doing all these interviews because we're banking on you now. So, you know, you want to be champ, easy what you ask for, but I think Makhachev figured out.
Yeah. That's about it.
That's it?
Yeah.
That was fun, man. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, Calabasas Fight Companion is this mother trucking Saturday. Josh Barnett, Matt Mitrione, myself for UFC 272. Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal. That's going down at 7 p.m. Pacific only on the Thick Boy channel. We have a food truck dropping Wednesday with Michael Chandler. If you haven't seen the Flashback Fight Night with Matt Mitrione, that's available right now on YouTube as well. Housekeeping notes, I'm back on the road. Now that this COVID is going away, baby, your boy is back. Still doing shows around LA, but next time I'm on tour is, let's see, Schaub and Friends. Let's do our 6th sellout. We sold out every freaking show. I got some great people with me. The next Schaub and Friends at the Hollywood Improv, March 9th. One show only again on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Schaub and Friends, Hollywood Improv. Let's sell that bad trucker out. Then Nashville, Tennessee, one of my favorite rooms in all of the country. Zany's in Nashville. I'll have the squad with me in Nashville. The Thick Boys are coming to town. That is March 10th through the 12th at Zany's in Nashville. And then Chicago is March 24th through the 26th. Arizona is April 14th through the 16th. But Nashville, you're up next. And that is March 10th through the 12th at Zany's in Nashville. Tickets at thickboy.com. And also, we just restocked the Oops Grenade. It's a collab with Crystalia and myself. It's a collab with Crystalia and Thick Boy. We sold out in 8 minutes, and then they put pre-order, so you can go get them right now. The hats, the hoodies, the tees, thickboy.com, the Oops Grenade. Go get you some, all right? That's it, kids. Nashville, I'll see you March 10th through the 12th. I will see you guys Saturday at 7 p.m. only on Thick Boy for the Calabasas Fight Companion for UFC 272. Again, Josh Barnett, Matt Mitrione, and myself. And that's it, man. Enjoy the fights. Have a great week. Love you guys. Like, subscribe. Thick Boy, I'm out.